Welcome, race fans, to race number 3, Lightning Esports Simmetric 100 at Iowa Speedway. Hosting, or I guess broadcasting tonight from SpeedZone TV. We're here to bring you 100 laps of action-packed racing for Lightning Esports. Drivers have just finished qualifying and are going to be gridding up in a second. I'll be one of your hosts tonight, Robert Warrens, alongside my partner in crime, William Ridgway. William, what's going on, brother?
Hey, everything's going good. Excited to see some good racing tonight. Iowa is a great track to have the B cars on, which is what they run, and 3 grooves. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of action. We're going to see, just like you said, 3 grooves, a lot of passing, a lot of dancing. And how many cars we got tonight?
Oh, it looks like it was around 22 last time I checked.
Our pole sitter tonight will be
21.
So was that 21?
21. Sorry about that. Yep.
Our pole sitter tonight will be Dennis Warnez in the 90 Kool-Aid machine. He's been a long-time league runner here at Lightning Esports. P2 will be Kyle Harbin. 3 will be Bud Shearer. 4, Garrett Caswell. 5, is it Chris Phillips. 6 will be Sean Burke. 7th, Carl Stanton. The 40 machine will be in P8 for Justin Balliet. And 9th will be Steven Shue. And running out the top 10 will be Keith Taylor tonight. Well, do you got any predictions for who's going to be a top runner here?
Yeah, I think Con, last week's winner at Kansas, I think he'll be strong. I think he's starting. Yeah, he's on back tonight. He's like 18th, I believe, 17th or 18th. I think he'll come through the field. Dennis should be fairly good. He got the pole by over a tenth. And we've seen Chris Phillips run very well the first 2 weeks, so I'm assuming he's going to be, sniffing around the top 4 or 5 most of the night as well.
So if you had to pick just one, who's gonna take the dub tonight? Who's your dub pick?
I'm gonna say Dennis Warnez. I think he's gonna get it done tonight. He seems focused.
Yeah, I mean, he put up a good Q lap there to take the pole. So I guess we're gonna see a lot of different action. For me, I don't know. I think for me, I want to give a shout out to Bud Shearer. Like, we saw him the first race and the second race with a lot of seat time up front. And
that's a good pick. I like that.
I don't know. Maybe I should switch it up. Well, maybe I'll go with Chris Phillips. He damn near drug the field last week. Just a bad pitch strategy there.
Yeah, there was a ill-timed caution for him there last week at Kansas.
But we've got 2 back-to-back Roberts winning the races, right? Robert Reynolds won the first one. Robert Kahn won the second. I don't think we've got a third Robert in the field. So
no more Roberts to pick. But they may can keep the winning streak alive tonight. So we'll see how that goes. They're both in the back, so they'll both have to make their way through.
All right, well, just got one more lap, I think, before we're going green, it looks like. Or no, they're going on the backstretch, my bad. Any fancy paints out there? Oh.
Real quick, just shout out Kyle Harbin. He's sitting outside pole. We'll see how he does tonight.
Was it ex-wives?
Ex-wives, yeah.
What's going on there?
I like that.
All right, base car's in. And they're off. Solid start. Dennis Warnez doesn't look too strong on the inside there. We have some carnage.
Dennis Ornez is pulled out to almost a half a second lead after lap 1.
Good job by him. And you know what I like here, Will, is that the field is, they're not being too aggressive. A little bit further back.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're fairly single file so far.
Definitely not clicking off
Robert
the times.
Reynolds looks like he's had a problem or something. I don't know what happened with him. He's way off the pace.
Maybe he missed the grid?
Go back.
Not really sure. But these guys are clicking off 23.9 lap times on average, 23.7. I mean, Q was 23.5. So it looks like drivers are being very conservative with their tires. And we got 4 laps in on 100. And I think, what's a pit window, Will's around 50 laps?
I think it's around 47 to 50, somewhere in that area. I think if they manage strategy, if we go green the whole way and they manage strategy, they should be able to make it on one stop fairly easily. So we'll see how that plays out.
I'd love for this thing to go green, to be honest.
Looks like Chris Phillips has made his way. He's up 3 spots in the second, running down Dennis Warnez. He was the fastest car on the track last lap.
In that 6 machine, the foothills. Oh, he's got a big run.
He does.
Heading into turn 3 there. Let's see what happens.
I'm just wondering how much he's pushing versus how much others are pushing. With it being this early, and you have to be out there, you know, assuming it goes green, you have to be out there 40 plus laps on these tires. You know, me personally, I would be trying to save quite a bit, at least now.
I mean, you can see they're just trading off lap times now that Phillips has got Warren's in his sights there.
There he's going for the lead now into turn 1. Looks like, nope, he did not clear him. Dennis is coming back on the outside. Looks like he will clear him off of 4. He does.
It's very tight,
Dennis
too.
is going, yeah. Oh,
ooh,
he almost got into him there.
Slight contact. Live on SpeedZone. Live. Yeah, Harbin's right in the sights.
Harbin has closed. Yeah, he has closed the gap. Been battling.
Now, this is your top 3 here: Phillips, Warren's, Harbin, and Caswell in 4th. All sharing some screen time right now.
It looks like Justin Balliet just took 5th away from Bud Shearer, and he dropped back to 6th with Carl Staton. He's P7 right now, trying to get by Bud Shearer. Looks like Keith Taylor's 8th as well. So yeah, they're having a good run.
They're moving on up. Keith Taylor in the checkmate car. You know how to play chess, Will?
I do. I was in the chess club in middle school, oddly enough.
Man.
I know.
And here we are.
All the ladies.
Here we are.
Here we are broadcasting.
SpeedZone TV with intimate moments with Will.
Where is let's take a look. P14, Robert Kahn. I thought he would make more moves early. We are 12 laps into this race, and he has only moved up 2 spots.
I mean, looking at the data here, Will, is that he hasn't turned less than a 24-second lap this race. So he's in hard. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
hardcore
in hard save mode. Yeah.
I think it's a different paint from last week too, isn't it?
I think he has a different paint every week.
Oh man.
Every week.
Wish I had his racing budget.
Same. What do we got? looks like the same up front. Chris Phillips continues to lead. He's pulled out to a half-second lead over Dennis Warnez and Kyle Harbin, who are fighting for P2. They've pulled a little bit on Garrett Caswell, who's P4 right now. But it looks like everybody is single file out.
Got a little battle here with, looks like Keith Taylor just passed Ledford. Previous lap there. I don't know what happened to Ledford, but he did show closer on my relative.
He may have touched the wall. Yeah, there's a little bit of a that's probably the closest we've seen people lately in the last 3 or 4 laps. That battle for what P8 or 9.
Yeah.
Those 3 or 4 cars there. Who do we have there? Ledford, Burt, Adamson, and Valiette.
Valiette's driving the 40 machine of Big Red Custom Diecast, one of the league sponsors, so hoping that he has a good finish tonight.
I need to check them out. I haven't checked them out yet, but I need to do that.
Well, you got time right now. Like, what are you doing? Like, get on it.
I mean, this is true. This is true. They're all strung out right now. It looks like Dennis Warnez and Chris Phillips, the top 2, they've kind of they're mirroring times. Their last 2 laps have been very almost identical. Chris Phillips turned a 5.7 and Dennis Warnez turned a 5.6. Everybody else is 6s and 7s for the most part. So they're starting to separate themselves with a over 1 second lead over third Kyle Harbin and Bud Shearer in 4th.
Still a pretty tight battle in around the 8th position here.
Oh yeah.
Burt, Taylor, Ledford, Adamson, Valiette, and I believe the 85 machine of Stephen Shue.
Yeah, Shue is coming.
You know, this is one of the things I love, Will, like, just like you mentioned earlier, is like the multiple racing grooves that Iowa has. It just makes for great racing, great to watch, and lots of action.
For sure. This is one of my probably top 3 or 4 favorite tracks on the service. I know it's one of your favorites as well. We've had some good battles on this track as well, but yeah,
contact.
I think this is probably one of the best. Oh, yeah, Keith Taylor is slow.
He got a little bit of a... I don't know if he pushed up into the wall and then got bumped, or if he got bumped into the wall there.
He got bumped into the wall by Ledford, and he saved it and got bumped by... Who was that? Let me take a look. Keith... No, not Keith Taylor, obviously. Dale Adamson bumped him into the wall, so...
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was not Keith's fault.
And no, it's unfortunate for him. Keith Taylor's been a good runner, and now you're just seeing him struggle because of that car damage. And I think last week he had some trouble as well.
Looks like Otto has entered the pit. I'm not sure if this is a scheduled stop. I don't see anything.
She's got some right front damage.
Okay, I don't see anywhere where she
was in that pack, right, I think.
Yes, she was. She was. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, she ran right into Adamson pretty hard with her right front. Her hood came off, but then she got a little bump by Con. But yeah, so she was in that battle. Looks like she's taking her fast repair. Yeah, that's just an unfortunate situation for her because she had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Adamson bumped Taylor, and then she just had nowhere to go from there. Looks like the battle's heating up for 4th. Kyle Harbin and Carl Staton, and even Garrett Caswell's coming in there as well. They're looks like, yeah, Harbin's trying to hold off Staton. Going into 3 there.
I think you can run that second groove or the high side, and you can really just stall out the person that looks low on you as long as you get a good apex.
Yeah, especially turn 3. It's very hard to pass unless you're way faster than the guy, or perform like a flat job. That's really the only way you're going to do it in turn 3 and 4. 1 and 2 is a little bit easier, but not too much.
These guys are really spread out well. We got a battle here still, I think, with Ledford got some damage, but he's hanging on with this pack of cars. Steven Chu and Justin Valiette. And Robert Kahn's actually on the move.
He has picked up the pace.
And look at his lap times too. He's one of the fastest cars on the track with Sean Burke.
Yes, he is.
Let's go on board.
There's a big battle for P4. It looks like Sean Burke, Bud Shearer, Caswell, and Staton and Harbin.
Well, it doesn't look like there's any competition for Burke as he just rolls by them all.
Yeah, Burke's on the move for sure. So Burke, Caswell, Staton, and Harbin is how they came out. With Kahn, he's coming. But they're going to have to run down Bud Shearer, who is running down the first two by a little bit. But Dennis Warnes has closed in the gap to the leader. He is now 2/10 behind.
Ooh. Caswell tags the wall. Harbin is in the grass. Stanton gets in the back of him. It doesn't look like we're seeing a caution. Harbin's back underway. There was some contact from Garrett Caswell tagged the wall. He's got some right rear damage. See in the far chase cam here. See his damage. No caution.
That's unfortunate for Harbin. He was having a great run there.
Yeah, 100%. That is super unfortunate. He doesn't look like to have too much damage from what I can see. Just some door damage.
Yeah, he'll likely need a caution to get where he get caught back up. But he should be fine from what it looks like. Looks like Robert Kahn has moved back up into 5th. So he's on the move as well.
It's going to be interesting now. Well, right, we're about 18 laps away from the pit window, plus or minus.
Yep.
And we're going to see how Burke and Kahn have saved tires, and are they going to be able to pull in that 5 seconds that Phillips and Lawrence have on them, and Shearer's 1.17 back from Phillips. So
yeah, I mean, Shearer was almost 2/10 faster with a 7.5. The leaders were turning a 9.3 to 9.5, and Bud was a 7.5. So Bud may have saved a ton of tire as well. So we'll see. In the next 5 or 6 laps, we'll see how if he can close the gap more. It looks like Dennis Warnes is stalled out behind Phillip.
Maybe what we'll do, Will, is we'll just pop it in the cockpits and see if we can see anyone's burnt up their tires. Looking at their wheel inputs here, so we're on boards with Chris Phillips right now, entering in turn 1. Tons of wheel input. Get it down to the apex. Might be the offset too.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, he's turning a lot to keep it down off of 4. I'm not sure why he's not letting it slide up a little bit, but
I mean, we can't knock him. He is leading, right?
No, he's probably faster than I am, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, but when you're washed, you're washed.
I retired to the broadcast booth for a reason,
Yeah, I mean, that's all the good-looking people do. Here I am with you.
We got. Let's see, Dennis Warnes. Yeah, he's just stuck. I think this place is, once worn tires come into play, it's just hard to pass, and you just have to sit and hope you can get a good stop and get by him. What Dennis needs to probably do is, hopefully he can time it to where, he comes in maybe a lap before Phillip and gets out in front of him. and he should be okay from there. But because they look fairly even time-wise for the most part, and it looks like Bud Shear has closed the gap. Yes, he has closed in.
Let's take a
He is
look at
consistently faster. Yeah, let's see what Bud's working with here.
And I teetered, right? Like, Bud was one of my picks. And I should have maybe stuck with him because he's running that middle groove in 1 and 2, which I am a fan of as the tires get warm because it gets very greasy on the bottom of 1 and 2.
It does. It does. You typically want to run the middle of 1 and 2, and then typically the top of 3 and 4 once the tires get worn out.
Yeah, I'm looking at the lap times too. Looks like he charged that corner a little bit hard, but Phillips is 25.2, Lawrence with a 24.9, and Shearer with a 24.9 as well, and Kahn 2 seconds back of Shearer with a 24.8. So I think we're going to have a good battle here, but I don't know if Kahn's strategy is going to work out for him here.
Yeah, it's gonna. We're closing in. He's gonna have to make up some time on pit road, and the problem is fuel is, you're teetering upon halfway. So if he saved enough, if the longer he can go past 50, might help him in the long run. But we'll see. Yeah, Bud's there. Bud Shear in third has got there.
If you're listening to his inputs going into 1, he is just absolutely driving the balls out of it going down into the center.
And he's making it work. He's sticking. He was there. He just dove into the inside of Warnes for second, but couldn't make it stick too much off of 4.
He's got a ton of input in as well. Let's spend a couple laps with Robert Kahn, see what his inputs look like.
Robert Kahn was 2.5 tenths faster than Chris Phillips that last lap. So he gained half a second in 3 laps, something like that. So ideally he wants to be within a second and a half before this pit stop rotation starts.
And look at his line too, right? He's hugging the bottom both ends, and he's making it work.
And you can make it. You can make the bottom work on both ends for sure. But it's
you get
when you're by yourself.
Shearer looks like he just. Sorry for cutting you off there. Shearer just got around Lawrence.
Yeah, that's what I was just watching. He's coming.
And
looks like Warren. The caution is out.
Caution. You got. I'm showing. I mean.
Looks like Kyle Harbin. Luck continues. Kyle Harbin just looks like he got into the corner way too hard and just self-spun.
Let's see if we can find that on the replay here.
Single car incident. It was lap 43 going into 1. He just slow spun. So from here, you can't make it. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this works.
Here's the replay for our viewers of why the caution came out. The ex-wife Toyota.
That's unfortunate for him. He early in this run, the first 20-30 laps, he was having a great run.
Yeah, I agree. And that damage might have attributed to possibly getting loose. Maybe he's got too much rear brake dialed into it or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who knows? But that's SpeedZone TV replay here.
Looks like everybody's coming into the pit, getting 4 tires and fuel. I don't think, unless you save, I don't think you can make it from here. Because we were talking 47 to 50 laps. That's 93.
Well, you could come in and top up and be in that window, but you're going to have to fight through the traffic, right? And, I mean, that's a trade-off. You're going to be right on the bubble.
For sure. Looks like Robert Reynolds. I think he went a lap down. I know he started from the pit, so he was behind from the get-go. So we'll see how that works out. Let me look here.
It looks like I had a couple dropouts at the start, like drop frames, but it's stabilized now. Last, I don't know, 40 odd laps. So pretty happy about that. So looking at our leader, we got Phillips in the lead, followed by Shearer, Kahn, Warrens, Burke, Shue, Staton, Henry. And we haven't talked about Jason Henry all race in P8, but he's inched his way up. Caswell tagged Wall earlier, he's in P9. Rideout, P10. Chris Luttrell, P11. Dale Adamson, P12. Chris Schussler, P13. We haven't even mentioned him tonight, but you know, these guys are starting to shuffle.
And it looks like I was looking at Hickman. He had just pitted a few laps before that caution, so that may work out for him. I know he just took the wave around, but that may work out for him better.
I mean,
So
do
we'll
you come in and top up here? Like, is that the 0.5?
Most definitely.
I mean, the way these guys been running, you know, to come to the pit window and then we see that, like, you know, good for Harbin, but
you got Robert Kahn beat Dennis Warnez out of the pits. He's P3. That's big.
base car's in. We're about to go green. Phillips off to a good start here with Shearer on the outside. Kahn follows through with Warrens in tow, and Sean Burke in behind in P5.
Yeah, Chris Phillips got a great start there. Robert Kahn inside of Bud Shearer. It looks like Robert Kahn's going to clear Bud on the backstretch here, going into 3.
You know,
So to answer your question from earlier, Rob, his strategy is going to work.
Is it?
I mean, he's second, so
Bud says not right now because Bud's shipping her on the bottom there.
Bud is shipping her on the bottom there. I don't think it's going to work out for him, though.
Have you ever shopped in a Canadian Tire before, Will?
I have not, no.
Yeah. Well, you should get over to Canada and try out a Canadian Tire. Oh, Shearer gets a little squirrely out of 4.
Gets real squirrely. He's going to lose at least 4th, possibly 5th.
Yeah, Stanton's probably...
Oh, Chantel and Justin Ballette have gotten into it. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, off of 4.
Heavy
it looks
damage.
like Justin Ballette just gets loose off of 4. And Chantel, again, nowhere to go. It's bad luck.
Phillips is gone. Is there caution out, Will?
There is a caution out.
I guess that brought out the caution. Okay, I guess, do you clutch or do you pit?
No, I'm pitting. If I'm in this race, I'm getting no tires and I'm pitting.
Let's see if we can pull up the replay here and take a look at what exactly happened between to bring out the caution. Here, back that up a little bit. I think it's looking just like you said, Will. Valiette gets loose out of the corner and Pottle tags him.
Pottle had nowhere to go. Nothing there. Looks like we do have a couple of takers on pit road, but Chris Phillips does not come in. Bud Shearer does not come in. Carl Staton does not come in. It looks like it's about half and half, I would say. Maybe a little less than half for pitting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I'm just going to switch the view here. I'm going to look at it from... I lost it. Too late. I won't go back, but I wanted to grab Pottle's cockpit of just the contact with the 40 machine of Valiette. So, pause on that for Meow. So who'd you say there, Will, didn't pit?
Chris Phillips didn't pit. Bud Shears, Carl Staton, Sean Burke. Looks like Garrett Caswell didn't pit.
Schuessler didn't pit. So
Yeah, it looks like your
Con
top.
was the first one, right?
Con and Dennis Warnez. Yep.
So
They
everyone
were the first ones.
Yeah, everyone in ninth and above have not elected not to pit. So, I mean, they might be a little bit tight on fuel if this goes green.
Well, and you know, with the caution, or with this, you know, second caution, that may help them. That may be enough if they can clutch it this entire caution and save enough before they go green.
Yeah,
And Chris might be able to get away.
Just on board, looking at the 10 machine of Jason Henry and his Simmetrics Chevy. That's our league sponsor, or sorry, our race sponsor tonight, because we're doing the Simmetrics 100 at Iowa Speedway and Lightning Esports.
I've checked out them Simmetrics devices, and they look really cool. Not gonna lie.
Well, Christmas is just around the corner. Will, you could buy me one.
That's fair. I may do that. I'll put that giant poster of me. I'll return that and get you a Simmetrics instead.
Fine. Lights are off on the pace car. I think we're taking the green next time by.
Looks that way. So we've got your top 9 didn't pit. So we've got what? Chris Phillips, Bud Shearer, Carl Staton, Sean Burke, and Garrett Caswell is your top 5, with Stephen Shue, Dale Adamson, Chris Luttrell, and Chris Schuessler, your top 9, with Robert Kahn being your first one to pit in 10th, restarting.
This is going to be interesting to see how, you know, these guys with fuel push.
It's going to be close. They're banking on another caution, is 100%. What they're probably doing.
100%.
So, and we are green.
Little greasy start by Phillips.
Chris Schuessler in the back didn't get a good start either, but yeah, Chris Phillips, he spun him a little bit. It looked like Bud Shearer is gonna. He is gonna clear Bud, so he will take the lead. Bud is coming to the inside. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I think it's
Garrett Caswell's taking over 4th.
A little too early to try that pass on the bottom. You're gonna want to get a run on the outside, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
Kahn's moving up already. He's in P7. Looking to put the business on Stephen Shue.
Yeah, they're starting to single out already. There are a few side-by-side battles. It looks like the first one, yeah, with Kahn. He's going for 6th over Shue. Other than that, it's singled out pretty early on.
Take a look up front here. Shearer, Stanton, and Caswell.
Robert Kahn just got into Sean Burke hard. That's got to be nose damage on the front stretch. Coming to lap 60 there. No caution. Looks like Burke spun into the infield.
Tough break for Burke, because he was having a hell of a run. And looking at the rear chase cam on Kahn, you could see that there is heavy nose damage on him.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Great. It looks like there was another set of contact between a bunch of cars, so maybe we can get these replays. We can look at the first one here.
Looks like Sean Ballett spins it again. Gets into Robert Reynolds. Robert Reynolds is having a tough day, and then.
All right, I got the first caution, or the first incident up here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just take a look at that. Reynolds is Robert Kahn coming out of turn 4. Burke gets sideways and then gets in the back. Kahn gets in the back of Burke after he gets sideways. So it really just looked like Kahn had nowhere to go in that one.
Correct.
So.
Correct. Kahn had nowhere to go. That's unfortunate for him. He'll have to come in and get a fast repair, which he was probably going to come in anyway, but to use that fast repair is going to sting right now for sure.
And I got the other one up here. Take a look at this one. We're on board with the 40 machine of Justin Balliet.
I don't see Robert Kahn coming to the pits. That's interesting. He must not have much damage.
Like Balliet just drives in a little deep, tags the 61 machine of Schuessler, and then tries to check up and then slides down the track in front of Robert Reynolds, who's, you know, we haven't talked about him, and he was our first race winner. I mean, he's locked in the playoffs, but is that where you want to be, you know, in the back and not having a good time?
Yeah, you're going to have to, that's not how you want to go into the playoffs. So hopefully he can get some momentum going these next, you know, few races and enter the playoff strong.
I agree with you there, Will. Like, you know, it's awfully defeating as you go through these races and you have trouble and trouble and trouble, and then, you know, it's playoff time and your confidence is shook.
Yeah, exactly. You want to come in strong and hope it works out.
Well, it looks like that strategy worked out with those guys staying out in the top 9 positions at the initial caution.
Yeah, I think they have enough fuel now. I think everything's going to be fine with them. So we'll see. I'm just surprised Kahn didn't hit.
Yeah, I would definitely be pitting with that significant amount of nose damage.
Yeah, his nose is caved in, so we'll see how it goes.
Lights are still on the pace car here. Maybe we'll just roll through the field pretty quick. P1 is still Phillips. P2 is Shearer. P3 Staton. P4 Caswell. P5 Shue. P6 Ledford. P7 Henry. P8 Adamson. P9 Kahn. And yeah, you can see that damage. It breaks my heart. P10 Dennis Warnez. You know, tough break for him. He was up front, and where is he now? Where's he now, Will?
Well, I mean, he's top 10, but yeah, he's had a rough start to the season. You know, I think he finished like 18th last week at Kansas, so he needs a good finish here to get his playoffs hopes back alive. There's only 5 more races before the playoffs, so you know, now's a good time. He started on pole. He's had some bad luck as far as like pit stops and hadn't been able to get through the field, but hopefully he can get up there.
If luck was a lady, he doesn't have any ladies tonight, that's for sure.
This is a true statement.
All right, pace car is ready to duck in. Oh, Shearer gets a great start. We're 3 wide.
They are.
What's that? Adamson. Pop
Adamson,
back to
Ledford, and Henry, it looks like.
Looks like he overshot. He might have got some rear damage. His bumper's caked. Back up to the leaders. Let's see what's happening there. All the carnage.
Yeah, it's getting to that point. You're coming up on 30 to go, and you know you can go a little over 2 laps a minute here. So there's not a lot of time left.
No, there's not.
Oh, we got another yellow.
Where's
it looks like Rickman and Harbin. Looks like Rickman just spun getting in the corner.
I don't even see him as an in. Oh, there he is. Let's take a look at right here.
And then Harbin, his night is just went from bad to worse. He got right reared when Hickman there got sideways.
All right, here it is for our viewers on board the 29 machine of Hickman. Looks like he's getting in a little too hot and has rear brake in it. It just comes around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and tough break for Harbin and Schusler.
Yeah, they were just in the wrong spot at the wrong time for sure.
Back that up just a little. Pop on.
Robert Kahn has entered the pit, so he's going to get his stuff fixed. It looks like those couple laps told him enough.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
The crew chief was like, "Come on in, Con.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna win from back here." Take a look to see if he gets that damage fixed. He's sitting there. Is he saving it, you think? Or is he getting tires?
I don't. No, he's not getting tires. It doesn't look like. He's just getting it fixed. Maybe he forgot to turn on his fast repair.
Yeah, maybe he took his fast repair with his first set of tires, which isn't good either. There's no way we would know.
Unfortunately, no, there's not. It does look better. I'm looking at it now. It does look better.
Back over. Oh yeah, looks clean.
With this, we may want to go to our sponsors and have them show some love to our sponsors while this caution is out.
Heck yeah. Let's roll it. All right, thanks for taking a peep at our sponsors there for Lightning Esports. They keep the lights on for us and make SpeedZone TV possible for your viewers at home. And Pace Car has its lights off. We're just coming down the backstretch, entering in turn 3 and getting ready to fire up again. Will, how do you figure this restart's going to pop off?
I think it's going to be very similar to the others, assuming there's no tire spin. And, you know, I think Chris is going to kind of jump out and go from there, but we'll have to check the tire spin here.
Ooh, Shearer gets
Chris.
up.
Chris spun his tires. That's exactly what it was.
Oh, man.
But it looks like Chris dove it in there. We're 3 wide in the back, or 5th.
We're like 16 wide if there's that many cars.
Yeah.
I'm proud of Phillips there for holding on to it, but we got a battle mountain up further back. 7 here. We're on board with Ledford. They're still all single file, so.
Yeah, Ledford has dove it in on Henry. Henry having a good run tonight. He's currently he's battling for P5 right now.
Yeah, great battle with these two dancing. Respecting each other on the track. You got Steven Shue running the super high side. Did Henry get loose there or just chop it down, or what happened?
It looked like he got loose. That's what it looked like to me. You got Keith Taylor. He's coming into the mix there, battling Shue for 8 or 7.
He's been quiet.
He's been very quiet tonight.
Well, he got that damage earlier on, and now it's actually nice, I guess, to see him mounting up a stronger finish. But you got Phillips 3/10 out in front of the field here.
We're 3. Robert Kahn, excuse me. Robert Kahn is coming through the field. He just went 3 wide. P12.
You think he took a set of tires? He didn't take a set of tires, did he? Oh, Burke in the wall. There's contact stacking up. Hickman.
Right reared.
Oh, that's heavy damage.
Let's go back and take a look at that.
You saw it live on SpeedZone TV, but we'll queue up the broadcast. Man, that was not cool.
Mike Rideout was in it. Hickman, Burke. I think Pottle was in it.
Let's see what happened here. Our chase cam. Right. Burke. I mean, is Burke clear to come up? Oh, I guess Hickman also pinched him down.
Yeah, Hickman was about a lane off the wall. He could have definitely come up more, but I don't think that would have mattered. I think, you know, Burke seen Kahn on the inside and came up into Hickman. We've got a lot of takers in pit road. Hickman, Phillips, Chris Phillips is coming in, Caswell, Staton, Henry, Ledford, Keith Taylor. Looks like a lot of the field's coming in.
Otto got into that one again, too. He's got to be out of cars in the haulers tonight.
I'm trying to decide, who do you think was at fault there, Rob? I'm thinking that it was Hickman.
I'm going to have to agree with that. If I was to put the onus, it's going to be on Hickman. He had
I do think it was a racing incident.
Yeah, but I mean, there was room. And it looked like to me that Hickman almost pulled the car down a little bit off the wall and created the contact. But I mean, you know, we're 20 some odd laps left, and you know, what do you do, right?
For sure.
They're racing hard, so yeah, it is a racing deal, but I think I would kind of lean.
Yeah, Hickman's done for the night, it looks like. He's still in the pits.
Well, he had that earlier damage too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, so he's probably taking his stuff.
Yeah, because he was he lost it, and then Harbin and Drusler got tangled, right?
It looks like we've got a split field here. Bud Shearer has taken over the lead. He did not pit. Stephen Shue did not pit. Dennis Warnez, Justin Ballett, Robert Kahn, Kyle Harbin, and Chris Stuchler. It looks like he did not pit.
This is going to be surely interesting with 20 laps to go. These guys are still on their original tires.
Well, so the top 3, so Bud Shearer and Stephen Shue, they pitted on lap 46. Dennis Warnez, lap 53. And then the remaining, let's see, Justin Ballett, Robert Kahn, Kyle Harbin, Chris Stuchler, and it looks like, yeah, Chris Stuchler was the last one, lap 68. So Carl Staton and Chris Phillips and Garrett Caswell, they're 8th, 9th, and 10th. They're the first ones that pitted this time.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of different strategies, you know, from first to 8th or 9th.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 different strategies right there, because I think the top 4 don't have fresh tires, but I think Kahn and Harbin might have fresh tires. I don't know if Stanton does. I don't know if Schultz. But I think the other drivers that you mentioned that just pitted, like, are you voting on your last set? I am.
Yes, here, yes, for sure.
All right, the pace car, I think, is just about to duck in. Let's zoom on in. Watch the dance between Shearer and Shue with Warnes and Valiette in tow. Nice even start with the 2 of them. Warnes able to follow through.
Oh, Chris Phillips got super loose going into 1 and caused some others to It didn't look like there was an actual wreck. Oh, maybe there was. Keith Taylor was in it for sure. Let me see here. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm trying to go back and look.
Yeah, I'm not showing anything on my marker.
Oh, if you go back before the green, there was a huge checkup, and he just rammed Huddle. I'm trying to. That didn't cause the caution. I'm assuming the caution came from Caswell and Chris Phillips getting loose. Chris Phillips got loose, and then Jason Henry hit Garrett Caswell and got him loose. I guess Caswell was, slowing up for Phillips.
I'm on board with Mike Rideout and let's see if what action we see that he saw from Chopper. Oh, even before that, Keith Taylor's got severe damage.
Yeah, that's from right before they went green.
Oh wow.
Keith Taylor got a lot of damage there. Big checkup.
I don't understand, but they start to jump the field, but Keith Taylor's not looking ahead. Oh, Phillips has got major damage too. Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Will. Like Phillips just got loose.
Yeah, it looks like he had damage from before the green. Jason Henry. Oh, it looks like Chris Schluchler. He didn't get a start, which bottled up the field.
Oh, it was. Is he in the wrong gear?
I'm not sure what was going on there.
Ooh, all the carnage. That's your SpeedZone replay. There was just too much to figure out there, man.
Yeah, there was multiple things going on there, but I think it all started with Schluchler's restart.
Yeah, I would tend to 100% agree with that because they all got stacked up as a result of that because the accordion didn't happen until he didn't fire.
Correct. So yeah, that's wild. That went on back. Schluchler was what, P8 or P7 or something, and that went all the way back to Keith Taylor back there in like 18th or 19th.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. A lot of damaged cars, and we're winded down. We got, 16, 17 laps left on the ticker here, and got Shearer, P1, Warren's P2, Shu, P3, Balliet, 4, and Schussler in 5.
Yeah, hopefully he gets a better start this time.
Yeah, that was a lot of carnage there. Shout out to the Canadian Tire Machine. They stopped. Well, you probably don't know this, but they used to give out Canadian Tire money. They used to have their own currency, and as you spent money in the store, you would get 1% or 2%. Back in the day, like 5% of your purchase back in Canadian Tire money. Then once you accumulated it, you could just walk in with Canadian Tire money and buy stuff in the store. When I was a kid, that's what we did. We had stacks of CTC money.
That sounds like a cult, but that's okay.
I mean, you probably want in,
A little bit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But they stopped it now. It's all electronic, right? Like when they did electronic monopolies, like the same time they phased out Canadian Tire money. So pace car's in. They're about to fire off with Warren's on the outside of Shearer. Shearer gets a great start. Warren's as well. Shu on the bottom, tight to Shearer. And Warren should have some room.
Yeah, he should be able to clear Shu here, assuming everything goes okay. Chris Phillips or Schluchler did not get a good start again. Not sure what's going on with that. Yeah, Dennis Warnez, P2, he's back up there.
Carl Stanton on the inside of that 40 machine, making the move.
Who was your pick again? Your pick was Chris Phillips, right? Oh, we got carnage in the back.
Oh, big carnage. Big carnage. Burke into
No caution.
No caution?
No caution. Not as of yet.
There's a hood flying on the track. like, what the? Oh, there's a caution.
Oh,
What is
man.
happening?
Oh, Robert Kahn is his bad luck continues tonight.
Well,
It
he
looks
won
like,
last week, so, you know, he can have a little
yeah,
bit of
he's
bad
fine.
luck, right? He's fine.
He's fine. Yeah. It looks like Caswell gets into Chantel, and that starts all this.
All right, let's. I got it up here. Let's take a look at the bar chase cam from Caswell's view.
Yep, that's what happened. He just dives it in there a little hard.
Yeah, there was no lane there.
Yep.
And then that was all Murder She Wrote after that. Everyone and their cousin was in it after that.
Yeah, I mean that's hard, but yeah, I mean that was definitely Caswell. It was just no lane there, and it's getting late though. You know, you got to go, and Pottle is damaged, so she's a little bit slower, but you just got to be more patient.
Yeah. There was a lot of carnage there. A lot of carnage. I was just in replay land, just rewinding the camera here. Well, just in space.
Yeah, it's been a lot of action here this last half of the race. They can't seem to get spread back out like they did at the beginning of the race. The first half was great, and now just cautions breed cautions. So
yeah. And it looks like we've just thrown the respect on the floor and stomped on it a few times as far as it goes. That first half of the race was beautiful, and then Harbin brought out that first caution, started the pit cycles. And, yep, I agree with you, Will. Cautions bred the cautions.
For sure.
10 laps to go, Will. 10 laps. And I don't even know who's got freaking fresh tires up there anymore, and if they mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, you've got you're going to have 7 or 8 laps to go. You've got Chris Phillips and Carl Staton. They have fresh tires. The top 3 do not. So we'll see how that plays out. Bud Shearer, like we said before, Bud Shearer pitted on 46, Dennis Warnez 53, and then the rest, Ledford, Staton, Phillips, they all pitted on 77. So top 2 are on older tires, and it looks like from 3rd on back did not.
Well, she's shaken down at race number 3 at Lightning Esports, Simmetrics 100 at Iowa Speedway. And, I don't know, Will. I'm feeling like we're going to see at least one more yellow flag here before we close this out.
Yeah, for sure. I think they just, it's hard to say calm down, but they just need to take a deep breath right here and just finish this thing out.
Yeah, which one, there's this mix of these guys, well, I guess only 2 of them, Reynolds and Kahn, are locked in, but the other ones are either battling for the win or points to be in the playoffs. And it's really early, but I agree with your sentiment. Calm down. You're in the long haul here. You're not winning no championship tonight. You need to be strategic.
For sure, you need to have a good points day if you're, especially Dennis Warnez. Need to have a good points day. That's what, if he comes up P2 or P3, that's going to be a great points day for him and moving forward.
Coming into turn 3 here. I'm going to get the cameraman to turn the camera around. We're going to look at the far chase of Phillips' machine and see how they fire off here.
It looks like Robert Reynolds is P6. You remember he came up, he started in the pit. Dennis Warnez did not get a good start there.
I mean, he's hanging on, making the outside work. There's like a grip strip in that second groove, and it just launches you off the exit.
I don't think it's going to be enough for Ledford though, just due to the fact that he has new tires and Chris Phillips as well. Well, everybody behind Warnez.
Loose.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you're saying,
cleared him.
That's what you're saying, right? So everyone behind Warnez has got fresher tires.
Looks like Harbin has made a recovery as well. He's P7. Robert Reynolds, P6. He started in the pits. Got
Yellow's
another
out.
yellow.
Got a bunch of cars here.
Oh, Chris Seuss. Oh, it looks like Jason Henry gets loose and just noses it in the wall. And Caswell gets in it. Pottle gets in it. Pottle's had a horrible night. I think she's been in almost every wreck. Not her fault, just wrong place, wrong time.
We're gonna have to get her in the hauler and ask her what's going on. All right, so I got the replay up here. We're on board 10 machine, Jason Henry. Here it is at home. Just drives in hot. I mean, he's got rear damage, and it looks like he just gets on hard and hooks it into the wall, and then, it's almost like he invited everyone over for dinner, and he's like, yeah, just come, give me a touch, give me a hug,
Yeah, it's hard to miss those, though, when you're real time, for sure. He bounced off the wall and just got into traffic. Especially for Caswell and Pottle, it's just nowhere to go.
And Caswell was having an awesome run up until that point. Like, he had a bunch of broadcast time with us at SpeedZone TV. Simmetrics 100. Right? Just not how it's gonna shake.
Yeah, I mean, due to that last caution, he had to go to the end of the longest line, so he was back there in the back a little bit, trying to make his way back up, and just got into that a little bit. It looks like Robert Kahn will be the lucky dog.
And we're running out of time here. We're almost going to be in green-white checker territory. These drivers will have 3 chances at it if it shakes down that way. But I think this one won't go to green-white checkered. But if we do have another quick caution, we're going to be in GWC territory.
For sure. And that's when it's going to get interesting.
We still got the lights on the pace car. Maybe we'll roll the sponsors one more time. And you guys can just take a look at them. And if you get interested, hit up their websites. There's a few sponsors here that make Lightning Esports possible. And just peruse them. Butt Kicker is one of them. Big sponsor for these guys. All right, welcome back, everyone. We're just on the backstretch, about to take the green here for the Simmetrics 100 at Iowa Speedway for Lightning Esports, race number 3. We got 2 laps on the ticker. I think we'll be in green-white checkered territory here. These drivers won't have much time to get it right, but somebody's going to be crown the king tonight. Good start by Shearer on the bottom with Ledford and tow. Phillips pushing Warnes and drops below. Good run into turn 1.
Yeah, Warnes is fighting back though. Chris Phillips is on his inside. This is 2 to go. We're coming to the white flag here.
It'll be official after this. Warnes has got to run.
Oh,
he's crossing.
Ledford.
Oh!
Phillips.
And that race is official. They're racing for the win.
Bud Shearer is pulled out to a lead. Ledford and Warnes going for second and third.
That's going to be where the battle is. But Shearer's going to get the crown at Iowa. Warrens is going to clip P3. That's a big finish for Ledford. Hats off to Shearer in that 93 CTC machine. P2 for Ledford in the foothills, and Warrens in the Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, machine. Some carnage back there. Maybe we could just pull back. What were you going to say there, Will?
Well, to finish out your top 5, while you're finding that replay there, we got Robert Reynolds, P4. That was a great comeback. Mike Rideout in the MDM or MRM machine, P5. We didn't talk about him, I don't think, any tonight. Kyle Harbin, P6. Chris Luttrell, P7. Garrett Caswell rebounds to P8. Stephen Shu, P9. And Chris Schussler, P10.
I'm just backing it up. Take me where I thought it would be. All right, let's hop on board the Phillips machine here. Instant replay. He gets loose out of 4. And Reynolds tags him, and then Stanton's just pounding him down the front stretch. Tough break for Phillips, but it looks like it was his own demise that cost him that one. SpeedZone instant replay there. Hats off to our friend Bud Shear. Awesome strategy at the end there.
Yeah, that was great strategy. I don't think he came in after lap. I think lap 46 was his last pit stop. So that track position round king tonight. So we're gonna bring in our second place driver, Jeffrey Ledford, and we'll see what he has to say about tonight. He had a great run. Bring him in. Jeffrey Ledford, our P2 finisher. Jeffrey, great run tonight. You got tires there on lap 77. That turned out to be a great call. What did you think you had anything for Shearer if you could have had 2 or 3 more laps?
I think if we could have had, I don't know. Me and Dennis was racing really hard there all the way to the checkered. I think if I could have got around Dennis and got out there a little bit, I could have tracked him down. But I think I would have needed 5 to 10 to recover from that.
For sure. Dennis was driving you hard there on the inside, but it's just so hard. Once you get to the outside, it's hard to pass. But yeah, great run tonight. I don't think we talked about you a little bit, but you came up through the field, the last 20 laps or so, and just had a great run.
Yeah, so that outside line in 3 and 4, I could really make it stick and go, and that's what gave me the drive off to the checkered. But in 1 and 2, you almost have to pin the driver to the bottom and just hope that they can stick their line and get you somewhat of a run from that. But I pitted with those tires, and I got to work on my qualifying because I'm always qualifying back, and I'm having to recover from that. So if I can get some better qualifying in, maybe I can be up on the pole at the end of these races a little more.
Yeah, you started, it looks like P11. Is that correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, great run tonight. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank my teammates for being there with me week in and week out at Fields Motorsports. Chris and Steven, man, great group of people. I love racing with those guys every chance I get. I want to thank Wagner's Welding. They're a sponsor of our team, individuals. Does a lot for us. Great group of guys down there. If you ever need any welding done, they do truck beds and everything. So they're a great group of guys. I want to thank the admins of the league for putting this on. And this is my second season here, and I absolutely love it over here. Great group. I want to thank you guys for the broadcast. Y'all put on a great show every week as well. So just want to thank everybody involved with the league.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That was your P2 finisher, Jeffrey Ledford. And we're going to be bringing in our winner, Bud Shearer. And we have Bud Shearer here, our winner. Bud, you started P3. How did it go? How did you got those tires on what, lap 46, I think? how did you hold them off? Were the cautions, the key to that?
I didn't think so because she was a long run car. I was praying when we had 15 to go, it would just stay green. I figured I could walk away after 8 laps, but yeah, that was a little nerve wracking. That wasn't a short run car.
Yeah. It looked like, you got, once you got clear and in the clean air, you could just control it from there. Did you feel the same? Like, did you ever feel like, Warnez or any other body, any other driver there could challenge you? Or did you guys not run green enough to really find out?
Well, that first run, we pretty much burnt the fuel load because I had 2 laps of gas left when that caution came out. And I was just riding around running 24.6s, 24.8s, and then when the leader couldn't get any better than a 24.8 anymore, and that's when I picked it back up and I caught them. I took second, and I was just about to take the lead coming out of 4, and the caution came out. So, no, I didn't really care about tires, to be honest. I needed it just to stay green, preferably, because, too low of a steering ratio here. It was just crazy loose on exit, and I went the other way. I put a pretty high steering ratio in it, knowing if you could at least run 12 or 18 laps, I should be the quickest car out there, especially if I qualified third on a steering ratio I didn't like. So
Yeah. That first run, I remember you reeled them in, and you were probably a tenth or two faster than them there at the very end for sure. Yeah, great run tonight. Clean air. I didn't know if that was going to work out for you, but it definitely did. So, is there anybody you'd like to thank?
yeah, I'd like to thank everybody that puts on the league and allowing me to race here and have some fun. You guys for doing your broadcast of it, and I'd like to thank Sean Burke and Justin Reynolds for RBS, my 2 donkeys that I get to race with once a week, and they put up with my crap. Yeah. So, I don't know, makes it fun, something to do. I haven't been on iRacing other than the last 3 weeks. I've been off it for almost a year, so still getting the hang of it again.
You're definitely coming in hot this season. Now you're in the playoffs, so you can kind of relax until then. Just keep at it.
Yeah, my goal this week and last week was a 0 times, and we finished the race with a 0 times because
perfect.
Talladega, we were fast, but we had like a 14 at the end of that race. So
yeah, I remember Talladega. I think you were up front for a while, and then those cautions, those wrecks will get you. But yeah. So that was Bud Shearer, your winner, the newest member of the chase for this season. So we've got 3: Robert Reynolds, Robert Kahn, and Bud Shearer currently in the playoffs so far.
Heck yeah. And you got some education tonight, Will, on Canadian Tire money, so that's exciting.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look into that, see if I can get me some, in case I ever need to come to Canada for whatever reason.
Yeah, no doubt about it, eh?
That's true. Yes, no doubt about it.
All right. Well, it looks like we're not going to catch our P3 finisher tonight, Dennis Warnez. But let's maybe wrap it up, Will. And do you got any closing comments you want to make before we sign off?
No, I think it was a good race, specifically the first half. The last half, I think things got a little impatient just trying to get through the field. And I think the multi-lane racing really affected that, and just drivers trying a little bit too hard. But that's the nature of it. So overall, good race. Congrats to Bud Shearer, Jeffrey Ledford, and Dennis Warnez on their top podium finishes.
Heck yeah. So we'll be signing off the broadcast. Thank you for tuning into SpeedZone TV for race number 3 at Lightning Esports Simmetrics 100 at Iowa Speedway. We had some great battles tonight, some unfortunate cautions, and we keep hearing this Wagner's welding, and that That person must be rich because they're tearing up some race cars and getting new ones welded up for sure. Take a chance to scroll the sponsors tonight and give them some love because without them, it's not possible. And tune in next week. I believe we're heading over to
You're looking at Texas.
Texas Motor, yeah, 80 lap dash at night. So we're gonna probably see some more great racing there. Kind of almost a two groove track, but we'll see. So we'll be broadcasting again next week at 7:45 p.m. bringing you all the action at Lightning Esports, and wishing you all a great week, and we'll be signing off. So have a good night, everyone.